Evelyn, I'm so sorry to hear about what happened to your parents. I'm sure no one would want this, but life is always full of curveballs, and you never know what unfortunate events are gonna come next. I wish you the best of strength so that you can get through this tough time.
I know. Thanks for your thoughts and kind words. My mom and dad getting involved in a car accident is something that only happens in my worst nightmare. I'm still trying to process everything, but it's rather difficult at this point in time. The accident happened just hours after my engagement ceremony with Michael, which makes it even more difficult to bear. It really felt like a cruel twist of fate.
I know this is hard, but you are strong, and you will get through this. From what I heard, your father couldn't make it, but your mom's still alive, right? How is she doing?
Yes, my mother survived the accident, but her brain was severely injured. The doctors told me that she may never recover and will likely remain in a vegetative state. My mom's a strong and resilient woman. She hasn't given up her fight just yet, and I'm proud of her for that.
Vegetative state? That's even worse than death. You do realize what it's like to live in a vegetative state, don't you? It means that she's practically motionless, and she will likely need 24/7 care for the rest of her life. And I'm sure you're aware of how enormous your mom's medical expenses will be.
I know that there will be immense challenges ahead, but I am not afraid. I'm grateful to have my mother still here with me, and I will cherish every moment we have together. With Michael by my side, I know that we can overcome anything.
Hold on a second. Oh, please. Don't even think about dragging my precious son into your mess. Do you really think he's going to want to weather the storm with you? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
What are you saying, Mother? I don't quite get you. What is wrong with Michael helping me out in this difficult time?
Oh, Evelyn. I'm not sure if I should be insulted or amused by your stupidity, Evelyn. If you're actually that ignorant, then let me explain something to your pea-sized brain. My son and I are leaving. Michael is my precious boy, and he doesn't deserve to be dragged down by all the hardships that you and your reckless parents put on his shoulders. I know you're just trying to use him to pay for your mother's medical expenses, but he's not going to fall for your tricks. Not in a million years.
Mom, I don't understand. Why are you suddenly talking like this?
Well, at first I thought your mom was a goner, and that would be great news for my son to finally be rid of your bossy parents. But I guess she's going to stick around for a while longer, much to my dismay. Your mom is just going to be a burden on everyone around her and drain on other people's finances. Do you actually think I'm going to let my son be a part of that?
Mother, please stop. I just went through a traumatic experience, and I'm still in a state of shock. I'm not prepared to hear harsh words from you right now.
Oh, don't you worry. You won't have to hear any more words from me or my son. After all, you and him are going to split up from now on, and it's not my fault. It's just the best way for us to deal with the current situation we're in. You get to take care of your bedridden mom, and my son gets to marry a prettier and better wife who's actually worthy of his time. See? Everyone's happy. So, what do you say about that idea? Perfect, right?
I can't believe you're doing this to me. I'm at the lowest point in my life, and you're just going to walk away? Like nothing even happened between me and Michael? Like we're just strangers?
Oh, honey, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was trying to tell you the whole time. It seems like you're starting to get the picture here. Well done. By the way, don't call me mom or mother or anything of that nature. It disgusts me to no end when I hear those words coming out of your mouth.
Please, I'm begging you. Don't say these things to me. Your words cut through me like a sharp knife. I don't even know what I did wrong to make you hate me this much.
You don't know what you did wrong? Please, spare me the theatrics. Honestly, when you and Michael first got together, I knew you were the kind of girl who would bring nothing but trouble and bad luck to everyone around her. And guess what? I was completely right all along. In other words, you're the one who is responsible for your father's death and your mother's miserable life. Your bad luck and malicious aura are the main reasons why they're in this situation. You know what they say, don't ever underestimate the instinct of a mother.
What are you talking about? I don't understand why you're blaming me for what happened. I'm not God. I can't predict the future or control what other people do. I'm just a normal person, and I'm doing my best to deal with this situation. But please, hear me out. I have something to say. Do you know that I'm carrying...
Ha! You're just as I thought you were. You're a heartless monster who's caused nothing but pain and suffering to your own parents. And now you're trying to play the role of the innocent daughter? I don't think so. It's a good thing that you and Michael aren't married yet, or else you would have brought nothing but misfortune and disaster to my family. I can't even imagine what other terrible things would have happened to me, my husband, or my son if you had ever been allowed to live in my house.
Alora, I know you're mad at me, but can you just please listen to me for once? I have something really important to tell you.
Important thing? Oh, what could it be? Could it be that you're here to ask me to let you get back together with my precious son? Well, I've got news for you, sweetheart. It's already over between the two of you. So please, just leave my son and my family alone. We don't need you anymore.
Do you know that I'm carrying Michael's child? You can't just dump me and my unborn child like this. It's not fair to us at all.
You what? You're saying that you're pregnant with Michael's child? That's impossible. Do you have any sense of shame? How dare you seduce my son and use your child as an excuse to tie him down? Getting pregnant before marriage? You're insane. You're not even supposed to have intercourse before you get married, let alone having a child? Even if you were stupid enough to actually sleep with my son, then why didn't you use protection? Don't tell me that you don't even know what a condom is.
Why are you blaming me? It was Michael's idea. He wanted to have a child with me because he thought that it would make everyone happy. He even told me that you always wanted grandchildren because they would make your life so much better.
Not before marriage, you idiot! No, no, no! It's a strong no! You and your child must go away as far as possible from my family, leave us in peace, and disappear from our lives completely. You're not welcome to me and my family anymore. You're a disgrace to everyone that has any association with you. You're a plague that needs to be eradicated before it even spreads.
Now you're finally showing your true colors, huh? You know what? Now I'm feeling disgusted when I think about all the times you were pretending to be nice with me, but in reality you were just hiding your evil true self.
How am I supposed to be evil when the only thing I'm doing is just protecting my family? Tell me, is there anything wrong about that? If anyone here were to be called evil, it's you. You wanted to keep my son by your side so you can leech off his money as much as you want. But you're never going to achieve that ambition.
You know what? I was trying to be nice with you the whole time, but I don't think that my kindness is free. And don't even think for a second that I'm just sitting here to hear you talk down to me whatever way you want.
And what are you going to do about that, then, my foolish daughter-in-law?
I'm gonna call Michael and clear things out with him. He's a kind and loving man. He'll understand what I'm going through.
Ha ha ha! Suit yourself. I'm sure your disappointed face after you're done talking with my son will be a sight to behold.
Michael, are you there? There's something we need to talk about.
What is it, Evelyn? Is it about your parents? I'm sorry for what happened to them. That was unfortunate, but I'm busy with my work now, so I can't be there for them at the moment.
I know you're busy, but just give me some time. This is very important.
Well, make it quick then.
I just talked with your mom, and the conversation didn't really go well. In fact, it was kinda bad.
What happened exactly?
Mom called me all kinds of names, and she said that we need to split up. She doesn't want me to get near you or your family, no matter how hard I try to explain myself. Please tell me, Michael, is it really over between us? I'm in great distress right now, and I don't know what to do. What your mom told me earlier was beyond anything I could think of. I can't believe she would say such hurtful things. It really cuts me to the core. I've never felt so low in my life.
Well, of course not. Why is it over between us?
Oh, thank God. I knew you would say that. You're a man with soul, and you always stand by my side and protect me.
When it hasn't even started.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. We're just engaged, not married. We're practically nothing. There are no legal obligations between us. So why are we acting like it's over between us when it hasn't even started?
What are you getting at? So are you just gonna dump me like your mom just told me?
Exactly. I mean, are there any other possible ways to interpret what I just said?
But why, honey? What happened? I don't understand. I didn't do anything wrong at all. My parents got in a car accident. My father passed away, and now my mom's hospitalized. I'm now at the lowest point of my life. But instead of being there for me and supporting me, now you just turn your back on me like your mom did to me?
What do you expect? I wanted to marry you so that we can spend our time together and build our own little family. But now you're saying that you have a mom in vegetative state that you need to take care of. What is that supposed to mean? How will you find time to take care of me and my parents then if you're too busy with your sick mom?
I know you're shocked, and so am I. This is a lot to take in. And I know you're worried about how it will affect our family, but I want to assure you that I'm committed to making this work. I've been thinking a lot about how I can balance my time between my mom and our family. I know it won't be easy, but I'm confident that I can do it.
Why should I believe anything you have to say? Besides, suppose that you can assume both duties at the same time. Then, who's gonna pay for your mom's medical costs? Certainly not me. Don't even dream of squandering my hard-earned money on such a meaningless and frivolous purpose.
What? Not once did I mention anything about using your money to cover my mom's medical expenses. Furthermore, why do you even call spending money to take care of my mom's well-being a meaningless and frivolous purpose?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that your mom was still alive. I thought she was just a vegetable in a hospital bed, waiting to die. I mean, what's the point of keeping her alive? She's not even a person anymore. She's just a burden on you and your family. To be honest, even an immobile pile of meat is more useful than your half-dead mom.
Now you're also taking your mom's side and talking down to my mom? What kind of people are you and your mom? Even though my mom is in a vegetative state, she's still living. And that's a miracle to me. I'm grateful that she's here to support me through these darkest days of my life. Unlike you and your mother, you two are monsters. You're willing to get rid of anything or anyone that you consider a burden to you or that is no longer of any real use to you. You're both so selfish and self-centered. You don't care about anyone but yourselves.
What did you expect? I wanted to marry you so that you would be my wife and take care of me and my family, not so that you could slave away for your useless mother.
Michael, I'm so confused. You're not the man I fell in love with. You used to be so thoughtful, kind, and considerate. You always put my needs first, and you made me feel safe and secure. What happened to the man I know?
Oh, please, spare me the crocodile tears. I can't believe that you're still naive enough to say these things. I was just being nice to you because I saw you as a broodmare and a retirement plan. I never actually cared about you as a person, but now I see that you're no longer able to fulfill even the simplest duties. Then what's the point of having you around?
Fine. If this is who you really are, then I have no reason to continue this relationship. We can't heal what's already broken, especially if you don't even want to put in any effort to save it.
Oh, goody. I'm so glad you finally understand what me and my mom want from you. I thought it would take you a lot longer to catch on, but I guess I don't have to waste any more of my time on you. How convenient.
Just so you know, me and my child will go as far away from you and your family as possible, and we won't even look back. Don't even bother to reach out to me. I've made up my mind, and I'm determined to escape this toxic relationship. You intended to take advantage of me from the very beginning. I literally mean nothing to you. There was no real love from the start. So why should I be grieving? In fact, I should be grateful now that I get to see through you and your mother's carefully crafted facade and know what you're really made of. Nothing but lies, hypocrisy, and deception.
Wait. Hold on. I have a child? Why didn't you say it sooner?
What's the point of telling you? You wouldn't care anyway, right?
Well, if it's a boy, then it's worth keeping around. How about this? You can stay at my house until the child is born. If you give birth to a boy, then you'll get to live with our family. In case the child is a girl, then you know what to do.
Am I a joke to you, Michael? Do you think I'm stupid enough to actually agree with that twisted idea? I'm not going to let you or your mother take advantage of me any longer. I'm taking control of my own life, and I'm the only one who can write my own story. From now on, we're officially strangers. That's what you and your mother always wanted, so I'm giving it to you. But know this, I'm not going to be a victim anymore. I'm fighting back, and I'm not going to stop until I get what's mine.
Fine. You think your child is so precious? Well, think again. I can find myself way more beautiful girls than you who can give me as many children as I want. And they certainly don't have a sick parent to take care of for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, continue talking to a brick wall. I'll just block your number, so I don't have to hear any nonsense from you ever again.
Evelyn, did you get my wedding invitation? I can only imagine how green with envy you must be, knowing that I'm finally back in the game. After all, you've been trying to get your claws into me for years, but I've always been too smart for you. But now that I'm married, you'll never have a chance. So enjoy your sour grapes, Evelyn. I'm sure you'll be eating them for a long time to come.
Excuse me? Who am I talking to exactly?
It's me, Michael, your ex-fiancé. I know you blocked my other number, so I use a new number. Pretty smart, huh?
Not so much. What do you want? I thought everything was over between us.
Come on, don't be so rude. I thought you would be jumping with excitement when you finally get to talk to me again after all these years. But you didn't answer my last question. Did you get the wedding invitation I sent you the other day?
Well, I did. So what? Why did you send me that thing? I don't even care about you, let alone your wedding.
What a shame that you didn't attend my wedding. I was hoping you would come to witness my thriving and successful life. But I guess I'll just have to enjoy it without you. After all, you've always been such a downer, so you'd probably just find a way to ruin my moment.
Of course I wouldn't come. And even if I wanted to, I couldn't because my mom's funeral was also held that day.
Oh, really? What a nice coincidence. So that old woman is finally dead. Such a pity. If she had died sooner, we wouldn't have had to split up. Sorry, not sorry. Well, I also have very exciting news to tell you. I proudly announce that I am now happily married with the love of my life, Anna, who's also bearing my beautiful child. Isn't it amazing?
I've already told you that I don't care. There's no need to keep going on about it. Nevertheless, I hope your marriage is based on love, not on any other factors.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? Love is for kids, and I'm already past that age. Anna is the CEO's daughter, and if I marry her, I will be in line to inherit his enormous fortune and potentially take over his position when that old man retires.
Congratulations on achieving your dream life, or so you think. I'm sure your mother is thrilled that you finally found a way to be happy, even if it's at the expense of everyone else.
You bet. My mother is such a lovely woman and my biggest supporter. She's always there for me and gives me great advice. Thank goodness I listened to my mom and dumped you before it was too late. I'm sure my life would be a total mudhole right now if I hadn't.
Look, I don't have time to hear you talking nonsense. I have other important things to worry about. It's almost William's feeding time, so I'd better get going.
William? Is it my son? Well. I didn't know that an impotent woman like you was capable of giving birth to a son. Well done. I hope he's at least a bit brighter than his imbecilic mom. After all, he's my son, and he inherited my genes. So of course he will have a more promising future than his mom. There's no doubt about it.
I can't predict what's going to happen in the future, but I can tell you for a fact that my son is better off without his cold-blooded biological father.
Easy. Don't be so triggered. You can keep him, William, or whatever you call that boy. Why do I need that little boy when my wife's already having my wonderful child in her belly? Additionally, I know that Anna won't like it if I bring home another child that is not her own.
Good, because I also have no intention of entrusting my son to your care. Why would I? You're a terrible father for abandoning us both when we needed you the most. But enough small talk. Like I said before, things between us have ended ages ago, and I don't have the slightest interest in bringing them up. So I might just conclude our conversation and block your number. Goodbye, and never let me hear from you again.
Evelyn! Is this Evelyn's number? Are you there, Evelyn? Answer me.
And you are? I don't think we've talked before.
You must be kidding me. It's Alora, Michael's mother, remember?
Alora. That's a familiar name. And why do I owe the pleasure of talking to you? I'm sure you're dying to tell me all about how great your son's life is, but I'm not interested. I already know how amazing it is. So please, save your breath.
This is no time for jokes, Evelyn. This is a serious matter.
And that matter is?
My son is in deep trouble, and you have to help him. I tried to reach out to everyone I could, but no one agreed to help us. You used to be his fiancé, so you have to help him.
Whoa. What is this all about? Am I hearing you wrong? Last time I checked, you were the one who cut me off your life and told your son to abandon both me and my unborn child. Now you have the nerve to even show up and ask for my help?
I know. But why bring up the past when we know very clearly that there's nothing we can do to alter it? Just let bygones be bygones. I'm sure that a generous, kind-hearted woman like you would never take my words back then too personally, right? Besides, there's a more important thing that we need to focus on right now. We need to help Michael avoid going to jail.
Going to jail? Are you serious? What happened?
It's a long story, but Michael's wife, Anna, found a picture of you in one of his old jackets. She was curious, so she did some investigating and learned about his previous relationship with you. When she found out about that, she was seething with anger. She couldn't believe that Michael had abandoned you and your child, and that he had kept her in the dark about it all. Anna confronted Michael about the whole matter and demanded a divorce. They had a big argument, and during the struggle, Michael accidentally choked Anna to death.
What? He actually did that? That's so stupid of him.
I know I wasn't there when it happened. If I had been there, I could have stopped him from committing that terrible crime. Now, he's been arrested, and Anna's family is demanding a huge amount of money in compensation and a prison sentence of 20 years for Michael. I don't know what to do. I don't have that kind of money, and I don't want my son to go to prison for the rest of his life.
I seriously don't know, Alora. And honestly, why do you think I have that much money? You and Michael ruthlessly dumped me when I was at my lowest point. And now you're expecting me to just forget about everything and help you out?
Come now, darling. You don't know how much I regret every day having left you and your child all by yourself. Until today, I still think about how wonderful you were to me and Michael, as opposed to his late wife, who turned out to be a demanding and entitled woman.
Is that so?
That woman was bossing me around like I was her servant. She made it seem like she had complete control of the house, and Michael was too much of a coward to stand up to her. He was so afraid of losing his position at work that he turned a blind eye to her abuse.
You think you got away with everything, but you're wrong. What goes around comes around, and you and Michael got exactly what you deserved.
To think about it, it's actually a good thing that Anna is now a goner, or else I would be subjected to more of her abuse. Serves her right. But enough about that. Michael, my beloved son, is in hot water, and I don't know how to help him get through this. Please, Evelyn, you have to help us. I beg for your mercy.
To be honest, I'm really swamped with work right now. I have a company to run, and it can't function without me. Besides, why should I help the people who threw me out like yesterday's trash? It doesn't make sense at all.
What did you say? You own a company? That's impossible.
I inherited a house and quite a large sum of money when my parents passed away. I could have just sat back and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. But I didn't. I decided to open a small cake store instead. I knew it was a risky move, but I was determined to make it work. To my surprise, everyone loved my cakes. I quickly expanded to several branches across the country, and now my company is worth millions of dollars.
You must be joking. There's no way a girl like you could do everything like that on your own.
What's wrong with a girl like me?
I mean, I'm so proud of you, darling. You finally made it. You fought against all odds and managed to achieve great success. Now please, send me some money to help my son. He's a good man now, and he needs your help.
Do you think I'm a fool to believe that Michael is a good man? Time has changed, and so have I. I am no longer the naive Evelyn who could be easily taken advantage of and cast aside like a puppet or a toy. That person is dead, and so are you and Michael in my eyes. I don't care about you, and I certainly don't want you to appear in my life. Everything was over the day you decided to cut ties with me. Michael created his own mess, and now he has to solve it. And you? You are just as awful as your son. I hope you have fun visiting your precious son in jail. The moment I thought everything was against me, it turned out, it was a fate that led the way so I could finally see Michael and his mom's true colors and make my escape from those demons in disguise. 10 years in the making, justice was finally served. Michael now resides in a correctional facility, reflecting on his every transgression. What transpired was not a happenstance. It was the fruit of a sin that festered over time. When he abandoned me and our child, Michael made a grave error. Now, he must face the consequences of his actions. Alora, the woman who loved her son so blindly, visited him in prison every day. After selling her house to pay for the compensation, she had nowhere else to go. I would often see her on the streets, rummaging through garbage or begging for money from passers-by. My business is in a state of perpetual growth and prosperity, as my son William grows into a compassionate and independent young man. I teach him daily the importance of kindness and compassion, and I am confident that he will be a wonderful husband and father when the time comes.